Hello and welcome back to the Gamestellation Save State, where we take a look at the past week of gaming news and discussions and recap it for y'all. My name is Omar Solangi, and joining me as always is Ibrahim Termizi and Shaun Blazenator. How y'all doing today?
Pretty good.
What's up?
My stomach was hurting a little while ago.
Sounds yummy. Um, Unfortunately, we're not going live because I had some connection issues, but we're still doing it because it's about the grind set, not the mindset. You feel me?
This is being posted afterwards, so it's not that we're not going live; it's that we didn't go live.
Oh yeah, that's true. You know, before we get into our headlines for this week, or I guess this past week, we've played a lot of video games throughout our lives. All three of us have. But there's definitely out there there's definitely a lot of games that just stick with you in terms of you'll never be able to re-experience something for the first time because of how amazing it was. If there is a game that you could re-experience for the first time though, what game would it be and why?
Shaun, you can go first.
If there was a game that I had to experience for the first time again, it'd probably be Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Okay, but most of the reason I say that is because I was a kid when I played that, and it was it was the coolest game ever. That was easily the most the massive open world was new to me. And I was like, this is so awesome, you know. The whole weapons mechanic, just the not knowing where anything is, just discovering everything for the first time was such a magical experience. I love that. I still remember when I climbed to the top of the Temple of Time and I found the bow, and I was like, oh my god, this is the coolest game ever. That's just that was cool. But I think now that I'm more matured, I don't know if I'd find it as cool as I did before. So if I had to pick a different game just based on the story alone, it'd be Red Dead 2, because
Yeah.
you can't the story for that, you can never get the same experience as you did the first time around. That was so
I still haven't played that.
Me neither.
unlucky.
I need to. It's in my Steam library, and I need to get around to playing it soon.
Summer sale's on right now. I'm just saying.
I've already bought it. It's in my library. I just need to actually download it and play it.
Lock in, dude.
I've had it for months now too. I've had it for upwards of 7 months, 8 months.
Y'all want to know something crazy? Breath of the Wild came out next year. Will be its 10th anniversary.
Does it launch same day as the Switch?
Crazy.
We're getting old, man.
I can feel my neck wrinkles coming out.
Yeah.
That's what the point of the beard is, bro. It hides it.
Ibrahim, what about you? What's a game that you could re-experience?
So I had a couple answers. If I have mine's answer is similar to Shaun in that one of them is more so because I think it's because I was more of a kid, and the other ones are stories. But my go-to has got to be my favorite video game of all time, hands down, Minecraft.
Okay.
Dude, when I pass away, I need an end credit stats screen, and I need to see how much Minecraft I've played on across all platforms, like every phone I've had, every iPad, every console, every computer I've had. I need to see the total amount of Minecraft hours I have. But yeah, definitely Minecraft would be up there. And then the other two that I was thinking of were oh yeah. One of them was Detroit Become Human, partly because we were talking about that before the podcast.
Yeah.
The other one, Cyberpunk, dude. Cyberpunk broke me.
Yeah,
that game was so good.
It was again, that's another one. It's in my library, and I haven't played it yet because I've been stuck on Switch for years, and now I have a PC, so I need to get around to playing it whenever I have the time.
Yeah, no, dude, it's a great story, great gameplay.
Yeah.
What about you, Omar?
For me, so I have a couple. Breath of the Wild is also one of them, but that's just because I think even nowadays, that's to think that that's considered one of the greatest games of all time, but even Zelda fans don't necessarily consider it the greatest Zelda game of all time is saying something. Which it's a great game from start to finish, and I don't think I'll ever be able to re-experience that for the first time. So if I could, even as a kid, seeing Link leave the temple, and then you get the title at the start.
When you see the massive open world and everything.
I will never be able to re-experience that first time and being like, whoa.
Oh my,
just in awe.
Mount Doom in the back, I'm like, I want to go there. I'm gonna go there.
So that's
and the
one
best
of
part
them.
is you can.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can. I mean, you have to get the paraglider first, but
After that, you can.
yeah, I just remember thinking like that. That was so awesome.
So that's one of them. Another one that I also mentioned before we started recording. I'm a big fan of the Batman Arkham games, and I don't think, unfortunately, I will never get to re-experience playing Arkham City for the first time. I still think out of that whole trilogy, that City's the best one, just from start to finish when it comes to the story and the gameplay. Um, so I don't think I'll ever get to re-experience that, but I'm gonna cheat on this a little bit. If I could re-experience a game announcement for the first time, I was talking about this again with Shaun before we started recording. Nothing, and I'm so pissed about this because even if something like a new Marvel vs. Capcom game was to get announced, as excited as I would be, nothing will ever top the sheer like WTF like moment I had when I saw the Smash Ultimate E3 trailer, when they announced that Snake was coming back and then everyone is here and it was like, oh, they got Cloud to come back. Ridley's in this game, Daisy, and all this stuff. Like, I will never be able to re-experience the hype and the excitement that I felt seeing that trailer for the first time, going into it knowing like, oh, this is gonna be like the greatest video game of all time. And even to this day, up there, it's like Smash Ultimate to me is up there as one of the greatest games of all time.
You
So
wanna know what? Speaking of game announcements, you know what game announcement I wish I could re-experience?
what?
Peggle 2.
Da, da, da. I actually just beat Peggle 1 recently because of that announcement. It was like $1 or like $2 for both games on Steam for Peggle and Peggle Knights, and I beat the first one. And it's a great game.
And you still haven't
Peggle
played Red Dead.
2.
Yeah, I played Peggle, but not Red Dead 2. I know real games, all right. I know what a good game is.
That's ball.
Yeah, no, literally, you gotta put the ball in Peggle. Anyways,
Well, speaking of
Yeah.
games, though, we do have game news. So
we have quite a bit of stuff to get into for today's episode.
Do we have to?
Well, I mean, it is.
this is your job.
This is technically one of our jobs.
Uh,
Yeah. All right. Let's just get out of the way with some really quick things. First of all, next week marks the launch of the last officially Nintendo published Switch 1 game, that being Rhythm Heaven Groove. There is a free demo of it right now on the Nintendo Switch eShop. It's not too long. I played it earlier. It's like 30 minutes. So it's a quality time. I'm excited to see what the full game looks like. Next, a Sea of Thieves movie has officially been announced. No information, I believe, yet on a release date or anything, or like who's directing it, but I guess Microsoft wants to make a Sea of Thieves movie, and it's keeping Rare in business, so I'm happy with that. Well, I'll take what I can get, especially with all the Xbox shutdowns happening. And then next, we talked about it briefly last week, but it's now been officially released. Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition. It's a Switch 2 enhanced port of Sonic Frontiers. It released on June 23rd, day and date with the Sonic anniversary. Yeah, that it happened. It's apparently somehow running worse than the Switch 1 version. It's running 480p handheld on something that's supposed to be running 1080p handheld, which Sonic Frontiers is many things. Good is not really
Not
one
one
of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
But
not surprised. I mean, it's
Yeah.
par for the course.
yeah, but let's get into some of the bigger talking points. So last week, oh, I'm sorry, one more thing. Star Fox released for the Switch 2 last week. So far, from what people have been saying, it's good, runs great, looks great. Gameplay's good old Star Fox, but again, it is Star Fox 64 again. So if you've never experienced
And
it,
it's also hyper realistic for some reason.
yeah, but I mean that one's definitely very much like the art style is very much if you're into it, cool. If you're not into it, it's definitely gonna have some getting used to. It's gonna take some getting used to. But yeah, let's get into some main stuff a lot of people have been talking about this past week. GTA 6. Last week we talked about how the pre-orders were going live on the 25th. They did in fact go live. There was a rumored price going around for $90 for the base game. Thankfully, that was incorrect. However, there is still some unfortunate truth to the price point. So the game's standard edition will be $80. It'll be $79.99 with a $100 deluxe edition. It's expected at this point with the AAA gaming model. But the outrage isn't necessarily in the prices. It's more so in the fact of what's going on with the game. Rockstar has confirmed that the $100 deluxe edition, besides like cosmetics or whatever, it's a AAA gaming womp womp. Besides cosmetics, some of these shops are getting locked behind the deluxe edition. Not any like story DLC or anything. Some of the shops, like for customizing your character or cars or like tattoo shops, stuff like that. But the more outrageous thing that people have been freaking out about is the fact that this game is going to be launching November 19th with no disc. And not just for the launch, but they don't have any. Rockstar doesn't have any plans in the future to make a disc for GTA 6. Meaning, if you buy a physical copy, it's going to be a download code.
So, to real quick, there is rumors, and I don't think anything's confirmed yet, but there are people saying that there might be a physical disc coming towards November, December time. With Rockstar's reasoning being that, oh, it's to prevent leaks. But I was watching good old Moist Critical, and he made a good point that like they're probably just doing it so people double dip so they can have it for their collection, so that they buy it once
Yeah.
so that they don't get leaked, and then another one so that they can have it. Which it's
Yeah.
still scummy.
It's still
Yeah, but it sounds like
dumb.
something they do.
It's yeah, and like here's the thing. I'm a Yakuza fan. They locked New Game Plus and 100%ing the game behind the digital deluxe edition. So like I've seen
Wait, what?
yeah,
They did
Yakuza
that?
Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, you can only do New Game Plus if you buy the digital deluxe version. So if you want to
That's
100%,
epic.
so if you want to 100% the game, you have to buy the deluxe version. Anyways, yeah, I mean it's really unfortunate that there's no disc, especially like you are paying $80 for a game, and the storage size is rumored to be anywhere from 200 to 350 gigabytes, so you're kind of screwed if you don't have like an SSD or enough space on your PlayStation or Xbox. But yeah, the game is still set to release November 19th though, which is good. At least they are finally locked in on a release date.
Don't stay locked in. They're gonna change it again.
We'll see. We'll see how wrong I am in the future for that one.
Make sure to pre-order.
But yeah, $79.99 for the base game, $99.99 for the deluxe. At
Are
least
y'all
it's
gonna
not
get
90
it?
for the standard.
No. Okay.
Not even
And
standard.
I can give you some maybe, but after launch, I'm not pre-ordering anything.
No,
Why
no,
would
no,
I
no, not
pre-order?
pre.
No.
It's a
pre-order.
digital only game. What,
I'm-
what am I pre-ordering?
For me, I mean, I'm on PC, so I'm waiting for a PC release, and whenever it does come
I
out,
mean,
it's
when it
digital
I didn't.
regardless.
Sorry, let me rephrase that. Are you gonna get it when it comes out on PC? That's what I mean.
Only if it goes on sale. I'm a GTA fan, but not too big of one to be like, oh, I need this newest entry. I'm just gonna wait till it goes on sale at some point because it's bound to.
Shaun, what about you?
I don't know. Because I love GTA. I love Rockstar, but I hate this. I hate it
Yeah.
so much. I might
Yeah.
buy it after launch, maybe at a discounted price because
Yep.
$80 is still like it is rough.
$80.
Yeah.
Like Rockstar, I've always seen as like the company that has always given you more for the same price as the other guy, right? GTA 5 was standard price, 4 was standard price, every other previous one was standard
They even
price.
gave us GTA 5 across 3
massive.
consoles.
Yeah.
Console defining games, right? But now they're charging a premium for what they know is a product that everyone is going to start buying or is going to buy no matter what, which is extremely scummy. I don't think that's right. It's not what Rockstar would have done before, but they're definitely doing
It's
it
the
now.
same thing with FromSoft.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing with like they know their success and they know how big they are. They know that they're gonna get away with it, and they know the schmucks are gonna buy it anyway, and they will. The amount
Ouch. Okay.
of people I have. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. This might be a bit of a radical take, but I think it needs to be said. The amount of schmucks that I've seen on the internet, like especially Twitter, is just insane. The amount of people who are defending the price point, defending the fact that there is no real physical edition.
In wrestling terms, we call those marks.
Yeah.
Is that what you call them? Why?
Yeah, I mean, like they're just marking out. They're marking out for Rockstar. They're just they will defend anything that company does.
Also, defending the fact that there's gonna be like content that would have been free in every other edition, just standard stuff like the shops or whatever, being locked behind a premium edition, and they're defending it. I don't know how you do that.
No, I mean, I'm excited for GTA 6, but I can't defend the price point or like the shop stuff. Like, I just want GTA 6. That's it. I
Everyone
can't
does.
defend anything.
Yeah.
I do. But I'm not. I can't support that. But like
Here's
both because the fact that there's no physical disc is the big one. Like that, and it's also $80 for no physical disc. It's just not a worth it product to me. I'm not. I would not buy it. Right. And but even if it was, I wouldn't have pre-ordered it anyway. But everyone and their grandmother's gonna pre-order anyway. What are you pre-ordering? There's
here's the
no
thing though.
shortage.
Some analysts have the unfortunate reality is it's still gonna sell like butter. Like apparently a bunch of analysts have reported it's sold over 1 billion already.
Yeah. No,
Rox-
I
Yeah,
don't doubt
no,
that.
I mean,
Do not doubt that.
Yeah.
when GTA 5 came out, and this is expected to happen again. When GTA 5 came out, people took the day off work to play for 24 hours straight, and the stock market tanked that
It's
day.
gonna happen
And that's
again.
gonna happen again. Like, I saw a TikTok about this random auto company. I can't remember the name
Yep.
of it,
I
but
was talking about that with a
they're literally
coworker
just
yesterday, yeah.
they're literally just closing all their locations for the day so that their employees can play the game and make a decent amount of progress so that they are motivated to keep working later, as in like the next day or whatever, just
Yeah.
because they know that people are otherwise just going to take the day off.
Well, it's a phenomenon, a GTA release. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
ever since
100%.
4, it's just been this massive thing.
And I
It's an
mean,
event,
5
really.
came keep in mind the GTA 5 came out on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. We're on the Series X and PS5 now, and
The
it's just been
hype,
GTA 5.
the
Yeah.
hype is insane, and the hype is worth it. But they also are very aware that the hype is insane, and
They're
I don't know
cashing
if
in
they.
that check 100%.
Yeah, they're trying to wring you out for every single thing that they can get because they will get away with it because gamers. Gamers will always complain about spending money, but nobody spends money quite like gamers.
Yeah,
It's true.
that's the best way to
We
describe
all
So,
it.
complain about NFTs, but let's not look at my Counter Strike inventory.
bruh.
Yeah. Uh
Like, it's scummy, but I mean, and like I'll never support it, and you will have man babies that are they're gonna give Rockstar all of their praises and are gonna just flood them with all of their money from their bank account, but like it's not a good thing, and I don't think it should be
unfortunately.
supported in the industry. And I don't like where it's going. I don't like that they're taking advantage of it, of
Not at all. Of
people's love and
consumers.
appreciation for this series, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're I mean,
Speaking
that's
of
what they're doing.
sales numbers, the next two things I want to talk about come from Sega from their financial reports. First or not financial reports, but like their general company update. So we got some updated sales numbers about a bunch of games that released from Sega this past year. So Persona 5 Royal has officially sold over 8.5 million units. Sonic Frontiers is damn near 5 million units. All three Sonic Frontiers fans are happy about that. Somehow, Shaun, you're gonna love this one. Somehow, Team Sonic Racing got more sales. They're at 3.5 million sales.
What?
Team Sonic Racing has sold units.
How?
I
The
don't
game
I
is
don't
so
know.
ass.
Yeah. Uh,
How many hours do I have on it? Hold on. I did complete it.
yeah, and you can see on screen there's a bunch of other numbers. Yakuza Like a Dragon got some more sales. Persona 3 Reload, including the Switch 2 version, got some sales. But yeah, but that's not the main thing for Sega sales figures I want to talk about because unfortunately, according to Sega and Sega Sammy, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds and Shinobi Art of Vengeance have fallen short of sales expectations, which is really unfortunate because both those games are very, very quality titles. Especially Shinobi Art of Vengeance. The unfortunate reality of that game is that it didn't get advertised as much as it should have. But every single person that I've talked to that has played that game absolutely loves it. And same can be said for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. That game is really fun from what I've played, and it's constantly getting updated. Even we're getting year 2 of DLC. So what I know, Shaun, you're very much you've played Cross Worlds yourself. What are
Mhm.
your thoughts on this?
I'm not surprised because
Mm-hmm.
it's the Sonic brand, and Sonic's popular, but not for the right reasons. So the
Deviant
audience for it is
art.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
The Sonic games and properties are usually delegated to the fans of Sonic already, not necessarily the
General consumer.
wider gaming space, and I don't think they handled advertising it correctly for a general wider audience. I think everyone was aware that it was a good game, but not necessarily that, it was a good game worthy of your attention if you weren't already a Sonic fan.
Yeah.
So I think that was the problem there. But Shinobi, oh yeah, no, dude, I didn't even know that game came out until I was in the middle of making a video and looking up like Sega games.
Mhm.
I didn't even know it came out. I just assumed it didn't release like every other game announced in that Sega like revival
Oh no,
deal
it,
thing.
it it came out and it was a great time. It was done by the people at Dotemu who did or not Dotemu. Wait, hold on, let me remember. It was Lizard Cube. It was by Lizard Cube, and they did Streets of Rage 4 6 years ago, and then whenever they did in 2017, they did the remake for Wonder Boy: The Dragon's Trap, which are both really quality titles. And Shinobi was nothing less of quality, and it was great. It's just a shame that game underperformed. But also coming to us from Sega from the Sega Sammy meeting, they have confirmed that before the end of the fiscal year, that being March 2027, that 2 new titles from flagship Sega IPs will be releasing at some point before March of 2027. The question here is though, what are those games? Because there is a bunch of stuff that Sega has announced in the past. We still don't know the release dates yet for Crazy Taxi World Tour or Virtual Fighter Crossroads. And then we also still don't have any new updates for Jet Set Radio, which that has been leaked a bunch recently, or the upcoming new Streets of Rage or Golden Axe, or theoretically that these are brand new announcements that we don't know of, but the likelihood of that is a lot less likely than just getting a release date for stuff we already know about. What are y'all's thoughts on this?
I'm
Uh,
I'm
you go, dude.
literally I'm trying to remember. I'm like literally looking up Sega games to see like what it like guess what it could be. But like I mean, one of them could just be Jet Set Radio because we had like the little teaser bit from it.
But they haven't even like released a trailer for it. I mean, Crazy
Okay,
Taxi
and
is coming out in 2027, and
they
they're
marketed
showing trailers for it.
they marketed Shinobi terrible. They
Okay.
just might not market Jet Set Radio.
Let's see.
Well, we'll see.
Wait, hold on. It's flagship series. Like, is this counting games that they just publish, not necessarily have like
I mean, so
developed?
because here's the thing, it says that there's 4 mainstay titles releasing before March 2027, and 2 of those titles are Stranger Than Heaven, which is by the Yakuza devs by Ryuga Gotoku, and then Persona 4 Revival. So it's not
Wait,
necessarily
what? The new Resident Evil.
that's Capcom.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
That
Capcom.
that already
I
came out,
mean,
buddy.
hold on. Is Dawn of War 4 isn't published by No, it's not. That's Deep
No.
Silver. I mean, we haven't got a release date for Total War 40K, so
True,
Total Warhammer.
but
Yeah.
yeah. Or Medieval 3.
we'll
So
we'll see. I do think it probably is something that's already been announced, especially considering like it's the other 2 titles being Stranger Than Heaven and P4 Revival. Like these are big titles that are coming from flagship like IPs and developers. Like Stranger Than Heaven, it's we all know now it's a even more so of a Yakuza prequel than Yakuza 0. Um, so we'll see how that goes. I do think it's probably gonna be Crazy Taxi and Virtual Fighter just because we do know they're coming out in 2027. The question is, does Sega really want to cram that many releases within weeks of each other theoretically?
yes,
Yes.
Well, we'll see
it's
how
Sega.
that goes. It's
They're dumb. I don't know. If they knew good business strategy, Sonic might actually be good.
If they knew good business strategies, the Dreamcast would still be relevant.
They might still be making consoles.
Yeah. Next we have a new announcement of a Hideo Kojima game, a brand new horror Hideo Kojima game called OD. This is a game that, according to him and according to his beautiful husband Jeff Keighley, this game is going to be pushing the boundaries of the horror genre like never before. All we had was this screenshot right here. Shaun and Ibrahim won't be able to see this, but the viewers will. We just see this little hallway with a bunch of stuff happening. It does look a lot like PT though. It looks a lot like PT.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
So
There's a
we'll
person standing there.
yes, that's people are saying that's an actress. What was her name? Uh I'm trying to find it in the comments.
Where did you send this?
It's
Uh
just the hyperlink on the doc. Here, I'll send it.
Oh, like I got that open. Come on, dude.
what was her name? It was Hunter.
Oh, I do have it open. Oh, that's my bad. No, I'm actually I'm a
Hunter
good
Schafer.
co-host.
Yeah, it's Hunter. People are saying that that's Hunter Schafer in the back, dressed up as like a devil. Um, Obviously Hideo Kojima has used actors in his games. You know, Norman Reedus has been in. Norman Reedus was in the PT ending, and then he was in Death Stranding. So we're definitely gonna see some sort of celebrity
There's
cameo.
something in the other door too.
Yes, yeah.
So I'm just like analyzing this picture. I'm like, what can I see?
No, you're good. But yeah, no news on a release date or a proper like gameplay trailer. We just know that Kojima's making something, and it looks a lot
There's
like
something in
PT.
the sunroof as well.
So yeah, we will see. Only time will tell if it's anything like if it's like a full game to what PT was and what Silent Hills was supposed to be. We'll see. Um, but yeah.
You get me,
Next,
who doesn't like horror games, analyzing the hell out of one screenshot.
next, Shaun, Shaun, you're gonna love this
Yeah.
one. Uh, Todd Howard. Thank you for laughing. Todd Howard from Bethesda gave us a new comment recently about the not talked about Blade game that got announced at Game Awards 2023, coming to us from Arcane Studios, who did the Dishonored games and Deathloop. He said that he saw some gameplay back in May of this year, saying that the game has been making good progress and that what he's seen looks good. Again, we haven't gotten any news on this game since the Game Awards in 2023. But it is still really cool that Bethesda is making a Marvel game and we're getting a Blade game. And this being sort of the Xbox Marvel game where it's like Sony has the Insomniac titles, Nintendo got Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, and now Xbox is getting Blade. I don't know if y'all remember the trailer for this. I know Shaun, you mentioned before like you didn't even know that this was a thing that was happening.
No.
Yeah, they are making a Blade game, and unfortunately, we haven't gotten any news since the Game Awards 2023. Just the fact that this is being done by the Dishonored devs, I just started playing that last night. I am very excited to see where they're going with this because the sword combat.
Arcane got shut down.
Nope, Arcane's still up.
No, Arcane didn't get shut down.
Oh, I thought that was with the Xbox purge. All right.
No, Arcane's still one of the studios to stay. The studios that got shut down were Ninja Theory and We Happy Few, and then Double Fine wants to leave. Yeah. So we'll see if we get a new trailer for that soon. I'm hoping we do because I am really curious about how that game will play. Next, we got a Capcom Spotlight on June 25th. That was GTA 6 wasn't the only thing that happened that day. We got a Capcom Spotlight. We got the announcement for new DLC for Monster Hunter Stories 3. We got an update on the Dark Arisen expansion for Dragon Dogma 2, and we also got a new look at Onimusha, which is still slated to be releasing in September. I believe there was like a rumor going around that Capcom was going to delay it, but nope. Onimusha is still slated to be releasing in September. Not too much new news there. If you're into those games, you know, it's great. I know Dragon's Dogma fans, Dark Arisen is going to be fixing a lot of the problems that the game has had since launch, so I'm very excited to see where they go with that because I do love the first game. The Dark Arisen expansion for the first game was also really good, and I'm really curious to see where they go with that. Next, we actually have some very big news coming to us from Bandai Namco. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 all of a sudden got a gameplay trailer. Like straight up, we're gonna see what's going on. We're gone from Kanton City, and we're going to be exclusively in West City in the year I believe like 1000, in age 1000 is what they call it. So far it looks good. We actually got footage of what the combat looks like. And it's pretty interesting. The created characters are back. I know a lot of people going into some of the early trailers were scared that we're only going to get the Saiyan race as a customizable race, but nope. They're bringing back the Namekians, they're bringing back Majins, they're bringing back like the Frieza race. That's all going to be in there. But the
Were they not in the
gameplay
previous universe?
No, they were, but because all the trailers so far we've only seen like the Saiyan created characters, we hadn't seen like anything else, so people
Oh,
were scared
okay.
that they weren't going to include them.
Okay.
We also got some footage for the story. Bulma we knew is back. Gamma 1 from Dragon Ball Superhero is going to be a part of the story because he did live at the end of that story. So it is cool seeing him because he did become a good guy at the end of that movie. But anyways,
Spoilers.
It's been out since 2022. If you haven't, Dragon Ball fans already know about it. We're not spoiling anything. I do want to get to the gameplay in this trailer though because we actually got to see some of the combat. It was very weird. There's no key gauge for some reason in the gameplay we've seen. Don't know if that's going to get edited in the future. Also, additionally, your created character will be able to straight up transform into other Dragon Ball characters, similar to how it worked in Dragon Ball: The Breakers. For those who played that game, to where if you like do a certain amount of tasks, you just turn into that character. Um, but yeah, I am very curious to see where they're gonna go with this. I am also very scared to see if if the game is gonna be like Xenoverse 2 to where you can like recreate some battles from Dragon Ball story. Which you should be able to. Like you should be able to play as like Goku and Vegeta and like all other Dragon Ball characters. It would be really dumb if that's not the case. But so far I really dig the new art style, I dig the new engine. I can't wait to see what Xenoverse 3 has to offer in 2027. This looks really solid and I am very excited to see where they go with that. I know Ibrahim, you're not a super big Dragon Ball fan, but you were like interested in the trailer. What did you think of it?
Of the Xenoverse 3 trailer.
Yes.
Honestly, I haven't seen the trailer.
Oh shoot.
Believe it or not, but I'm actually looking at gameplay for it right now. That's why I'm looking over here, and it does look pretty interesting. Jeez, that's so loud. Um, sorry.
You're good.
But yeah, no, I mean, I've always liked the Xenoverse games. They've been fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to see what they do with this game. Yeah, I don't know. There's not much to say because like we don't have that much footage of it yet or anything.
There
Uh,
was let me pull up. There was some gameplay footage on top of that like proper trailer. There was a complete demo that people were playing.
yeah, people are
There we
playing like
go.
a full demo that I've been watching.
Yeah, there's. I just know that the from what I've seen, like the HUD and like the UI looks really interesting.
It does,
It
yeah.
almost looks like Battle of Z from like the PS3. I think it's interesting that when you're walking around West City and like a bunch of stuff, it's gonna be like a I don't. This is the best term I can use for it. It's gonna be like a AAA third-person camera, and not like how it usually is in the first two Universe games. Um, which I don't know how to feel about that, but we'll see.
I
Again,
like that personally.
I love the art style. The art style looks so good, especially in comparison to. Not that Xenoverse 2's art style is bad, but there's a lot of aspects of it that very much feel and look dated. Um, but yeah, I'm very excited to see where they go with this. Oh, and then if you're interested in checking out Dragon Ball Universe 2, if you're playing on PC, which is arguably the best way to play it because of how many mods are available, it's only $1.99 on Steam for the base game. It's the lowest it's ever been. Highly recommend it if you don't own that game. But yeah, and then additionally, I'm not gonna play it just because of time and also just because of what I can show on YouTube. But the a new teaser for Cyberpunk Edge Runners Season 2 came out. And I did see a bit of it, and it does look very solid.
They broke us once. I don't trust them. They're gonna break us again.
Well, I mean,
Season 1 was so good.
it's not going to be the same characters. CD Projekt Red did
I'm
confirm that
aware.
it's going to be an anthology series, so we'll see how that goes.
I'm aware, but still, they're still gonna break us somehow. Cyberpunk broke me. Edge Runners Season 1 broke me. I'm not ready for this.
I just want to double check. Shaun, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm not saying a lot.
No, you're good. I didn't want to ask you about Dragon Ball because you're just gonna be like, I don't know.
Yeah, please don't to make this awkward.
Yeah, I got
I'm
you.
aware of Xenoverse existing. I've watched a friend play it for 3 minutes, and that is my experience with Dragon Ball as a series. So.
Okay.
Oh, and the PS2 game that was really bad.
Which one? There's a bunch of bad Dragon Ball games.
No, there was one on the PS2. It was absolute garbage. I forgot. Oh, God, what was that?
If it's a fighting game, it's the Dragon Ball GT fighting game on PS1.
Is it?
Are you sure it's not Budokai Tensei?
I think it's Budokai Tensei.
But Budokai Tensei is really good.
Budokai Tenkaichi. It's not even Tensei. It's Tenkaichi.
Tenkaichi.
Sagas. That's what it was. It's just Dragon Ball Sagas.
Oh yeah, that one. We don't talk about Sagas.
We don't talk about that.
I know that one.
Next, kind of a not even kind of. We got a pretty big game update that released on the 24th, and that's Deltarune Chapter 5. Deltarune. We love Deltarune. I love Deltarune.
I'm actually really excited. I'm actually really happy about it. I haven't played Deltarune, but like, dude, Undertale was so good, and I'm like, it's Toby Fox. He doesn't miss. I'm so tempted to just get Deltarune at this point.
It's on sale right now. It's $20 on Steam and other platforms. I'd recommend it.
I played. $20?
I played Chapter 4 when it launched. I played Chapter 3 and 4 when it launched. Those were great. I just haven't had the time to play Chapter 5 yet, but I need to. From what I've heard, it's great. Yeah. Next we got a new DLC release, the end of season 2 for Fatal Fury: City of the Wolves. Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star is in the game, and he looks really cool. They got a lot of the callbacks to the series right. His level 3 super looks great, and it ends with the Omae wa mu shinderu. It's perfect. Um, but yeah, that has ended, and then we'll get to more Fatal Fury news later. And then additionally, Call of Duty. We're not super big fans of modern Call of Duties, but these are some pretty big collaborations we're gonna talk about. Call of Duty Mobile is getting a collaboration with Persona 5, and then Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is getting Nicolas Cage in the game. They're pulling a Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Like what?
Nicolas Cage. He's coming to Call of Duty for some reason. And I'm now realizing that Nicolas Cage's voice is just the male version of Jennifer Coolidge.
Yeah, I did. That just made that's what I was thinking. Jennifer Coolidge.
But yeah.
Is Persona 5 the one where he shoots himself to go?
That's
to do
Persona 3.
Persona? Oh, I just
Yep.
want to see a collab with
Persona
that in a
Persona
game
5
that
is
doesn't make
Joker.
sense.
If you know Joker in Smash.
Oh
Persona
yeah,
5.
Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking cool, Joker.
Joker
Next,
from
just
Smash is just really funny to me.
why so serious?
Why so serious, Mario?
And then next, just some personal stuff. Dead or Alive 6 last round released last week. It's a quote unquote enhanced complete version of Dead or Alive 6 from a couple years ago. It's not. It's missing DLC from the original release. Also, there's no crossplay. Also, there's no rollback netcode. Also, it runs worse than the original version. Just download Dead or Alive 6 like repacked from like Internet Archive or something with all the DLC. It's way more better.
We don't support piracy though.
We don't support piracy, but I mean it's a delisted game, so quote unquote, it's not really piracy. But it's getting me and a bunch of other people who are Dead or Alive fans worried about how Koei Tecmo is gonna deal with Dead or Alive 7 releasing next year. We'll see.
In case you can't tell, Omar really likes fighting games.
I really do. I love fighting games. More on fighting games later because Evo was this past weekend and we got a bunch of announcements for that. Now, Shaun, I do want to ask you though because you were very like interested in this and it does sound interesting. You're a big Battlefield guy, right? Especially Battlefield 6.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Little bit.
Is there any news happening with that game that you find interesting?
It's pretty public information that Battlefield 6 launched to very positive reception, but since launch has lost 90% of its player base.
Damn.
Damn.
And a lot of that is due to the gunplay not really being the best. It's also a combination of factor that the maps are really mid compared to the rest of the series. They're so much smaller than in previous entries, and just generally the game doesn't feel that great. As a Battlefield game, it's a little bit wacky, and they have announced that they are going to be reworking the entire gunplay system,
Wow.
which I think is just crazy. And they seem to be making all of the right calls. Okay. And now I'm especially mad about this because I was in the middle of making a Battlefield video, and then right as I was in the middle of editing it, they announced these things, and they're fixing like half of the things I was complaining about. The damn it, like okay, this is kind of nerdy for like people who are really into the game, but like if somebody's especially excited and hasn't heard of it previously, they are like changing how they're changing how weapons like bullet spread works. They're lowering bullet velocity. They're changing damage values depending on weapon class. So snipers are supposed to be a lot harder to use now. ARs are no longer beaming people from 4 counties away. Same with SMGs.
This is good to know because I do want to get into BF6 in the future. So
yeah, so they're changing how those things work. They're also looking to change vehicles. So I don't know if they're gonna if they're actually gonna make like vehicles good, but they're adding or they're trying to make it so standard infantry can kill vehicles or have more options to killing vehicles, and
So they're decodifying it.
they're decodifying the game. they're making it feel more like a Battlefield game than Call of Duty.
I might have to start
Which-
playing it again then, honestly.
Nice.
Mhm.
So
Okay, so going to hardware though, just because like that's the next thing on the list, as you know.
yes.
So the only reason I'm taking this is because I added these to the list. So PlayStation and Sony Interactive did confirm, like I guess announce wouldn't be the right word because they kind of had been doing this, but they kind of confirmed that they're keeping a heavy / aggressive push for live service games. Which why? Like I mean, I love me a good
Concord.
multiplayer game. Anthem. Uh, I love me a good live service game.
No, you don't.
The issue is that they have to be good.
No, you don't.
No, I do
Oh.
like them when they're good. When they're good. Like I like me some Warframe. Destiny 2 I never played, but people love that game, and there's like, haha,
At the
no, put a
start.
bullet in it.
Live service business model needs to die.
It does.
needs to die. So
does.
that's another
There's-
reason Battlefield 6 lost 90% of its player base is because the live
Yeah,
service model is getting
like-
so tiring.
It's
Like the
unfortunate.
thing is, it's
No naval
it's
combat
good
at
to
launch.
keep it's good to keep like a mix of different games in there, but that's the thing, it needs to be a mix. It can't all be live service. Kill the game, give us a single player game that's good. Pragmata did great for that reason. They went back and did what gamers used to love, and it did amazing. But anyways, yeah, so they did
What?
keep
There's no battle pass. It can't be a good game.
there's a battle pass in Pragmata actually.
There is?
Is there
It's,
actually?
okay, it's
No
not.
way.
It's not. No. Okay, so the way they did it was literally to make fun of battle passes. It's literally just an unlockable thing that you do by completing like basically side missions, and then you just like it's
So
like
it's just a skill
battle
tree.
pass style. It's not a skill tree. It's like a bingo card, and every time you like complete like a side mission, it'll give you like a point basically, and you can use that to unlock a bingo style. So they're basically just making fun of battle passes the entire time. I think that was the intention
Interesting.
behind it. That's what I've heard. No, it's not an
Damn,
actual battle
Capcom.
pass. They were just straight up making fun of battle passes. It's not an actual battle pass. It's just another
Okay.
unlock.
Mm.
But no, like Pragmata was great. It was a single player game and it was fun and it was something different. It wasn't just another live service slop game.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's PlayStation and Sony Interactive. Then Xbox making more bad decisions with pushing for buy now, pay later. That's right. Do you want a console? You're not gonna own it yet. Because as we know, the price hikes with hardware, which is just like the unfortunate truth of where we are currently in the world. But it is what it is. But yeah, they are pushing for a buy now, pay later sort of scheme, which is not great, but
I saw that for their
mean-
games as well in the Xbox store, that they're pushing that as well. It's an
they're doing
option.
that for games?
Yes, yeah, on the Xbox store, they're giving you an option for payment for the buy now, pay later.
In all fairness, games are $70, and then
Okay.
GTA is
Yeah.
But
You know
yeah.
what?
Breaking
This might
news:
sound-
Xbox
this
invents
might
credit
sound
cards.
awful. This might sound awful, right?
Mhm.
But guys, we do know that gaming is not an essential expense, right?
That's true.
You know, you can like read a book or go outside. I know that sounds like so boomery, but you do not need to if you do not have $70 to spend on random bullshit, maybe you shouldn't be buying a game.
Yeah,
Don't
no, that's
need
true.
to do that. Buy
I mean-
food.
Anyways, Shaun is right. Gaming isn't something that is inherently essential. Like, yes, you have your hobbies, but gaming is pretty expensive now, unfortunately. That's just the way it is. But yeah, Xbox is pushing for buy now, pay later. I'm shocked they're doing it for games as well.
Yep.
But I mean, hey, everything is expensive, which speaking of expensive things, Omar, if you want to take the next one.
I got you. So, last week we spoke briefly on the Steam machine. It is now technically, it's like officially out, but it's also like it can be waitlisted. But regardless, the prices got revealed, and boy, they're not pretty. For the 512 gigabyte model, it's $1,050. For 512 with a controller, it's $1,130. For 2 terabytes, it's $1,350, and then with 2 terabytes and a controller, it's $1,430. Yikes! Like, granted, okay, with PC parts being expensive nowadays, and it still being a PC, like, understandable. And also, apparently, originally the original price was supposed to be $750, but just like the Steam Deck price hikes, Valve had to raise the prices for the Steam machine. which is really unfortunate because I feel like 750 for that kind of PC. I don't know if that's a good deal or not. I'm not too well versed into PC building or
Yes,
PC
it can.
specs
It's their whole selling point was that it can play every game on Steam for the most part.
for the most part.
And I mean, at 750, that's not bad because it's all put together and like they have like support and stuff because it is a Steam thing. So if anything goes wrong, they can help you with it.
Hmm.
And yeah, you can run everything at 720p
Yeah,
or less.
or less.
We'll get into that.
Sonic Frontiers.
Sonic Frontiers Switch 2 edition.
If it's docked.
Yeah, it is unfortunate that that is how much it's going to cost, especially for if you want a decent amount of storage for modern gaming and a controller. You're gonna have to pay upwards of $1,500. Um, but if
And
you
keep in
do,
mind, consoles were meant to be the cheaper alternative to PCs, and we can see how that's going.
yeah, that's true. But yeah, I know some people do still want like a Steam machine, but you know they don't want to pay for one. But if you already have a PC or you're trying to build a PC to use as a Steam machine, SteamOS 3.8, when it does release or if it has already released, it's gonna allow you to put together your own Steam machine and use SteamOS just with whatever parts you have, which is pretty cool. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Which is free, by the way,
that is completely for
Better
free.
to do.
Yes,
because
and
Gaben's the goat.
yeah, it is nice that there is still that option for if you don't want to shell out $1,000 at the minimum for a Steam machine.
And then people ask why Steam just keeps winning. Maybe because they care about their consumers.
But yeah,
But yeah.
I don't think the Steam
Also,
machine's that big of a win. I think
yeah,
like
no,
it's
but
a
like
really
they,
good idea just at the wrong time.
yeah, but like they see
unfortunately.
that, and then they release Steam OS for everyone for free, just to do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's cool. That's great. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah, and
the
I
Steam
mean,
machine itself is just it's not a worth it product. Yeah, the
yeah,
price is justified, but it's not worth it.
yeah. Unfortunately, it's just how it is.
Yeah.
Speaking of Steam stuff, and the controller specifically, so this is something I saw on TikTok, and a bunch of people have been doing this, and it's
Yes.
so funny. So, as we know, like the Steam controller has like speakers essentially. I think it's speakers and like the haptic motors and all that. So people figured out how to like get their computers to talk to the controller in the sense that instead of the controller controlling the computer, they do the opposite. So they managed to start playing songs on it, which was just the beginning. Then people found out if you vibrate the haptics just right, you can start driving it around like an RC car. And then someone else set up a camera above their desk that looks at their hands. And then whenever he's done playing, he just runs a software or script or whatever that he made that makes it so that it tracks itself with the camera and goes to the charger by itself, and it just drives itself over to it
The
and plug and like connects it magnetically because that's how it charges. So it just goes over and charges itself at
the
night.
people the people
It's so funny.
the people yearn for Nintendo Labo.
No, for real. Uh, Hold on, let
Oh
me
my
see if I can
god.
find a video of this real
I haven't
quick.
heard that in so long. Oh my.
Dog.
No, for real,
That's
Nintendo
that
Labo
just reminded me of Labo was cool. Oh, this is a complete side note now, but I thought Labo was
was.
pretty cool.
It
Here,
was
here's a
neat,
Reddit
but
link if
it
you want to
also
show it.
cardboard rotting in your closet now.
Yeah.
But it was so neat. Like
Yeah, it was
I sent a link to a Reddit page of someone driving the controller. Like they're
that's,
literally driving a controller.
that's funny.
mm,
That's cool.
Another W for Steam. Absolute Gaben.
thank you, Gaben.
Thank you, Gaben. All right. Last thing I want to talk about before we wrap today's episode up. So this past weekend, if you're into the world of esports, more especially the world of fighting games, the biggest fighting game tournament in the world was this past weekend, and that was Evo. We got a lot of big announcements as we usually do from the tournament. First of all, the big thing was there wasn't any news on Street Fighter. We did just get that trailer last week, so Capcom didn't want to show off anything new, which isn't a bad thing. We still got a lot of announcements to make up for it. First of all, a new character, completely brand new, is coming to BlazBlue Central Fiction, which is huge, which means theoretically, BlazBlue as a series is not dead. We could get a BlazBlue 2, or like not a BlazBlue 2, sorry, because Central Fiction is not the first game. We could get a new BlazBlue at some point in the future. Like, support is still happening for the game. I would love to see a new BlazBlue game. They're fun. We got a
Blue, more like Blaze 2.
Um, um, we got our official trailer for Bob and Tekken 8. Looks like Bob. It looks good. I hope he's not as annoying as T7 because T7 Bob was a pain to play against online and delay based. Um, Next, this one's insane to me. I know we just talked about Kenshiro coming to Kenshiro coming to Fist of the North Star. I can't speak. Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star coming to Fatal Fury City of the Wolves and wrapping up season 2 of DLC. SNK has already announced that a season 3 is on the way and it's starting next month. The past 2 seasons of DLC have already been a month within each other. And now season 3 is just they're not stopping content for that game, which I love. I love City of the Wolves. I think it's great, and I love seeing it in new content. We also got the announcement that Art of Fighting 3 is getting a re-release. Pretty cool. Art of Fighting 3 was okay for the most part. I don't know why of all the Art of Fighting games that one's getting re-released, but it is what it is. Last 2 things I want to talk about are pretty big ones to wrap up the show. Rivals of Ether 2 got a new trailer at EVO because there was a Rivals of Ether 2 tournament. They announced that a Mina the Hollower character is going to be coming to the game. It's probably going to be Mina the Hollower at some point in 2027. But the arguably bigger announcement was that they are allowing the ability to backport the entirety of the Rivals of Ether 1 Steam workshop into Rivals of Ether 2, which already has its own workshop.
Whoa.
Which is huge. Like the amount
That
of
is massive.
like the amount of content
Yeah.
that can be ported from 1 to 2. We're gonna see Ronald McDonald in Rivals 2. I'm gonna hate it. It's gonna be broken. I'm excited but scared. The last thing I do want to talk about from Evo that people have been talking about, we've talked about it on the show before. Marvel took on Fighting Souls is being released by Arc System Works and releasing in August. We got the trailer for the final team being revealed, and it's Ghost Rider's team. What's supposed to be the Midnight Suns that one of the characters renamed to the Samurai Outriders. And it has been confirmed to be Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider, who we knew was already in the game. Blade, which is really cool because he's finally making his fighting game debut. He's been planned to be in Marvel vs. Capcom since MVC2. He's never been in a Marvel game, but he's finally here. It is also really funny because there is a mod for Blade being worked on in Marvel 3, and a lot of the moves in this are moves that are in the Marvel 3 mod, and that was before this, which is pretty cool. We then
They're
got
just stealing from the devs.
vice versa.
Or,
But
yeah, the mods.
yeah, and then it's not Captain America. Loki is going to be in the game, which is also another fighting game debut. Really cool that he's going to be in this game. A lot of people, including myself, thought he should have been in Marvel Infinite because of that whole. There's no like X-Men characters. Marvel can focus on some other reps. So it is really cool to see him in the game. But the bigger one, or like the biggest thing that most people are talking about besides Blade and Loki, Deadpool's coming back in fighting games, and not only is it Deadpool, he's gonna be voiced by Nolan North. And he has a plethora of fighting game references. He has Johnny Cage's Nut Punch. He does the, it's going to show up in a second, the Jacko pose from Guilty Gear. He has Scorpions Get Over Here from Mortal Kombat. He has Yoshimitsu's Harakiri kill from Tekken. He has Doctor Doom's foot dive from Marvel vs. Capcom, even though Doctor Doom is in this game. It's so funny. I love it. It looks great. The game is still set to be released on August 8th. We now know the full launch roster, and on top of that, I'm just going to get to it in the trailer. An open beta is coming for, a closed beta is coming for PS5 first soon, but an open beta will be coming out on PS5 and PC from the 24th to the 26th of July, meaning that you will be able to play the game for a little bit online before the game releases, like a week or 2 after the beta happens. And additionally, it has been confirmed. We don't know who the characters that are going to be playable will be for the beta, but it is confirmed that Blade will be one of them. But yeah, I don't know. Again, I know y'all aren't too big into fighting games, but will y'all be checking out the beta when it comes out, or probably not?
Maybe. I mean, Rivals
I
was a
can
lot
get
of fun.
I can get my butt whooped by you a few times. Might be fun. Who knows?
Yeah. But no, I'm
I'll see if I
very
can find a
excited.
glitch or two and get Microsoft or Sony to pay me to fix it.
Yeah, it looks very good, and from what I've heard, the gameplay demo at Evo has also been greatly improved. And just with how much like listening to player reception that Arc System Works has been doing with this, I'm very excited to see what the game is like for the beta and at launch. And I'm very excited to see how Arc System is gonna handle feedback throughout the entirety of the game existence. So we'll see. Other than that, that is all we have to talk about for this past week of gaming news and discussion. Thank you for watching if you made it this far, and we will catch you on the next episode. See y'all.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.